In my daily work, I focus on digital skills and capacity building topics. I will share with you an Estonian experience about different digital skills training programs we have had over 2 decades in Estonia. Yeah, it's working. At the beginning of Estonian digitalization story, Estonian government focused on schools and connectivity and teacher training, as Randall and Halo both mentioned. But private companies in Estonia decided to contribute also to information society, which led to developing and implementing large-scale digital skills projects for almost 20 years. And to run those projects transparently, Look at World Foundation was founded by private banks, telecom companies, and ICT training companies. So Look at World Foundation had 2 really large-scale digital trainings all over Estonia. In both, we trained 10% of our adult population how to use computers, laptops, smartphones, and so on. And actually, if I say we, well, there's 2 parts. We as Estonians, but the other we is that actually I worked for Look at World Foundation. I was an executive manager for there for 10 years, so hands-on knowledge about all the smaller projects too. But in order to have digitally skilled people, a population, you need to offer more than training to citizens. As it was mentioned before, you need to have affordable access to internet, to cheap data, to computers. And citizens also need motivation to learn new skills. We do live and love technology, but there are different people with different mindsets. And if you only lose issues, especially the access one, is solved, we can offer more effective digital skills trainings and upskill our citizens. So getting back to a first large-scale program we had starting from 2002, we provided access by establishing free internet access points in all the existing places in Estonia where people gathered, like community centers, libraries, local government buildings. More than 550 new points were created. The second step was that we offered basic digital skills trainings and trainer trainings to those who worked on those points, so that people there volunteered to help citizens to use computers. We also offered basic free digital skills trainings all over Estonia to everybody who wanted them. So in 2 years, we trained 100,000 people all over Estonia. And we checked the statistics later, 70% of them started using internet after that. To conduct the trainings, we actually used every possible computer class in Estonia, including the schools I mentioned before, which were equipped by a Tiger Leap program with computers and good connectivity. And actually, I also mentioned motivation. People need motivation to start using devices. There were 2 at that time I can remember, maybe colleagues will help. One was, of course, taxes, paying taxes online. At that time, I think it took maybe 10 minutes. Compare that, you have to take all the papers and do the tax port. But the other one was an e-school application. This was meant for teachers, parents, and kids. So in real time, parents could see what grades the kids get from school, and most importantly, then miss some classes. So this was a motivation for parents to start using digital services so they know what's happening in the school. This is actually a map of Estonia, and you can see that our trainings were actually everywhere. So people didn't have to travel so much to get a training on consultation. Of course, Estonia is small, as London shows, compared to Namibia. But everywhere we could train, we did it. The second large digital skills training program focused more on online services, because by 2011 we had online banks working very good. You could pay actually all the bills online, buy concert tickets, actually do anything. But the uptake was slow, especially in older age group, creating the bigger digital divide in Estonia. So what we did differently this time, we went even closer to our citizens. We had a mobile van, mobile training bus, so we can drive to rural areas with no or not so good internet connection and no computer classes to deliver the trainings. We tried to cover actually every possible community hub, school, library in Estonia. We had also trainings in our bank offices because banks were great and good partners with foundation. We had trainings in mobile operator offices because people went there, and we teach people how to use those services online. So lessons learned, maybe you have to get so close to a citizen as possible to offer the training. And for example, paying bills online, people will go to bank. You have to have your training or consultant there to help them do it online. But you also need to have a internet access and computer to do that. Internet access in Estonia was getting better every day, every year. Finally, I think 10 years after the digitalization started, we had quite good and cheap, affordable data packages. But our citizens lacked devices because new computers were expensive. So we together with public and private companies and extremely huge support from Microsoft Estonia, we started a program called New Beginning. We collected used computers, fixed them up, and sent them to the ones who needed actually them most. And during that time, more than 3,000 computers were distributed all over Estonia to NGOs, village councils, community centers, also libraries. So they can teach people and show them how to use these services and what to do online. So this is actually one possibility also to give more access to the people. And we used volunteers, a lot of volunteers to do that work. So what did we learn from these big projects and achieve? As you can see from the statistics, the first big digital skills training project, almost 20%, we had almost 20% more internet users. We jumped from 36% to 56, 57% in 2 years, just in 2 years. And in second, our large-scale training project, we jumped from, well, almost 10%. Uptake was a little bit slower, but at the end of the second project, we had 76% of internet users. People could use online banking. This is important, most important one. They paid taxes online. this is good for them, and used actually also our secure digital identification document. We taught them on the trainings. So those training programs and much more were funded primarily by private companies in Estonia, banks and telecoms, because it's everybody's responsibility to help citizens to get digital. It's not about only government's work. The training programs were supported by strategic communication and big awareness campaigns. And along with that, we dealt with improving access to the internet and computers, so everybody can participate. And we did it at also with cooperation of our public sector. Maybe a key takeaways: access to the internet, speed, data packages, affordable. As Randall actually mentioned, our experience. It took us at least 2 days and a lot of hours to just get the data card working. So quick wins. And engaged stakeholders, also private ones, because the goal is the same. Everybody benefits if people, citizens, kids have digital skills. And engagement could be financial, of course, but what we did also in Estonia, our key partners also train their own employees how to use digital tools, how to use services, and how to teach the customers how to do that. What we could do also, we used our partners' channels for spreading information, because everybody is at least a client of one bank and one telecom company. So we have access to clients' data. So we could do a big and good awareness raising campaigns for that. And use community centers as a digital skills hubs. I know there are some digital hubs also already in Namibia, but there should be more. And they need internet computers, and normal speed internet. Because if people come to digital skills training, our experience here, and the internet is so slow that they can't send out an email, the motivations will be lost. So this is a challenge, of course, but we had our data cards working, so it helped a little bit. And you have to offer learning possibilities, opportunities to the people who work in community centers, so they can actually teach the basic digital skills to their community. And basic skills are how to turn on your computer, how to find a Wi-Fi, how to connect, how to set up an email account, how to send out an email, reply at the attachment. And this is what we actually did in 2 hour community trainings we did here. And you have to offer more advanced digital skills trainings to the trainers, digital champions, because they want to need more. If you want to engage volunteers in digital world, helping citizens, you have to offer something to the volunteers, because they can't do the volunteer work for years. They need training opportunities for themselves. They need a computer. They need maybe a car to drive around the community to conduct trainings. So this is actually about the need. And create and use a network of digital skills trainers, like Digital Champion Network. We have already a list of 40, I guess. We have trained our trainers in 2 regions, so we will create a list, and hopefully they will continue the trainings. but this is just a pilot, a really small pilot. But you have an opportunity to learn from all the Estonian mistakes as we did in 2 years and jump 20% in digital skills. It is possible. And awareness-raising campaigns, strategic communication is actually also very important if you do those. People need to know why it's important. Why do I need to learn digital skills? The other part is, okay, I'm interested. Where? Where can I do it? Right now, because I want to do it right now. So awareness campaigns and strategic communication which supports the digital skills trainings. So, thank you.